So many employers usually reserve these jobs for the male child, but AWIT is here to promote the employability of the girl child.
So my name's Len Legault, and I'm back in Uganda working on a project I've been working on for a while since I was first sent here with my school back in Edmonton, Alberta, called NAIT, or Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. Since then, I got involved with a bunch of people here in Uganda, and we started working on increasing skills here. So I came back for this trip for a number of things. We're trying to get a program certified through the government to start training in advanced rigging is what we're going to call this one. I've also worked with a group of people here. We started what I would have thought was an NGO, but we have to go through a period of time where we wait. And so it's a community organization at the moment. And if we do good there, they'll let us expand it into the full NGO that we're looking for. This one is to help disadvantaged women in Africa, Uganda in particular, in this case, get trade skills, more than just sewing and fashion and that. We're hoping to move them into welding and construction trades, electrical, plumbing, things along that line.
AWIT is African Women in Trades, operating in Uganda and most especially based in Mbale. AWIT is aimed at, or its objective here is to support the girls and women in acquiring technical and vocational education. And these girls are mostly disadvantaged. We are going to partner with technical and vocational training institutions in seeing that the girls access technical education, and in that case they will be able to gain the skills, and which skills will help them to support their livelihood.
Uganda right now, they got a big oil field starting up. They're moving and changing into more of a resource-based economy that's going to help their country, but they don't have the skilled manpower they need. They have a few, but not enough, so a lot of their workers are coming in from other places with the companies that are doing the work. So what we're trying to do is get the people here's trades brought up to international standards so that we can help them get them jobs instead of watching other people take the employment opportunities away from them here.
Uganda is a country which is having women as the majority, and many of them have dropped out of school and are living in poverty. So you find that when AWIT came in, we are able to speak to these ladies, and we encourage them to come back to school and get this vocational training and technical education. So this enables them to acquire skills, and they can be able to put food on their table, provide for their families, and get out of this circle of poverty.
Anybody who follows and studied or been living in Africa knows that the women here are the backbone of this country. There's, through different times, the women have taken charge, and but they're always being left in the back, and then there's so many disadvantaged people here. And I understand that because when I grew up, we were very disadvantaged at the time. We were the poor kids in town, we had, that sort of thing. So I can understand how hard it is to lift yourself out of that. And without the help of my uncles, I would have had a lot different life. And myself and my siblings have very successful lives because people helped us get out of that disadvantaged position. So when I come here and I see people, good, solid people that just don't have any way to get out of that because of the lack of money, the lack of connections, the lack of just even where they're living in this country, I see myself there and how I was helped and how I can pass that help on to the next person.
First of all, I'm a very good friend of Mr. Lin, an expert from Canada. This gentleman, I came to know him in 2023 when he came to train our instructors at Chaotic Institute. And for sure, I would give a testimony by saying that our instructors at Chaotic Institute were trained by Mr. Lin, got enough skills whereby these skills have helped our country, more so other institutions to have these instructors to train those students. Not only that, but also to modify and set examinations for our country, and even not only that, but also to test or assess them. We have been touched and we have been looking at it also at a girl child, apart from the bad part of it. This girl child, I'm an advocate for the girl child in our country.
They want to train girls to have more skills. We have skills in building, construction, we have skills in fashion and design, plumbing works. It is very important as ladies also to come up and join in these skills, because all along people thought they were only for men. But I'm an example here in this workshop. When you get your skills, you can be able to sustain yourself, you can create yourself jobs, you can sustain your relatives and live a good living life. So I encourage ladies, please gain more confidence, come and join the world of skills. You will not regret.
Yeah, so I worked at the UTC Elgon, and then when we were over here, we also had people working at Calero Technical Institute. And I met Francis, the principal there, and he and me seemed to hit it off right away. And he also talks about, and I don't want to tell this story, but coming from a very disadvantaged situation to start with too. So he right away jumped on board with this. And so we were going to create a program, and we're going to open it up to training the different colleges. And there's so many in this country. The list is very long of different ones that could be possible. We're hoping to go talk to the Petroleum Institute guys where they're training for there and see if they're interested in bringing their skills up to international standards.
And under AWIT, we do believe that when girls come, they are going to take part in repairing all this and also practicing how to use them even on the sites. And we shall be grateful to make sure that girls participated even in the societies that they will be joining after here.
So back at my college back in Canada, or Polytechnic actually, in Canada, a number of my students have seen this documentary that myself and Eunice and Brian put together last year. And one of my students seen a young fellow in the film, Simon, and he talked about having been welding for years, and this was his first helmet and how it was going to help make his life more safe. When he was done, he says, I'm not going to weld. I don't like this welding stuff. I'm an iron worker. I want to put up structural. So would you take this and give it to that guy in the film, Simon? Give him this helmet. So immediately when we got over here, we went over and seen Simon at the shop, and of course he was working and that. And we give him the helmet. You know, it's you got to get the idea that safety's into their mind. And the first thing and most important thing is safety, and then the work and the job always comes after that.
In AWIT, we are supporting the girl child who is disadvantaged. There are so many within the city who have failed to attain a skill, and they are disadvantaged. So we are supporting them to acquire skills that can help them better their lives. Now, when you train a child, when you train a girl child, a nation is trained, because they are future mothers, and they will support the children to attain better education. And in AWIT, we're also looking forward to having more girls join the technical education, because it has been shunned as work for boys.
So this is not men telling women what to do. We've had enough of that. This is women working for women. So Joffrey went out and found a good group of supportive women who were right into this idea. And so we've developed it, we got it registered, and now we're starting to move forward. And myself, my friend Joffrey, and a couple other males are off on the sides as advisors. But the board is made up of the secretary, the chair, and all that is made up of the women, as it should be. We're looking for the people who can't afford themselves, that need that help out.
Currently, very few girls are involved in technical and vocational education, and through AWIT, we see that they will be able to big number of girls will be able to be enrolled and therefore address the problem that the women and girls are facing.
Technical education and vocational education has mainly been predominantly male, but we are bringing in ladies because the ladies really have attention to detail and they do this work very well. So they are able to produce all the work that the men also used to do.
We are looking forward to receiving more people support AWIT, and we're also expanding to see that more girls enroll, more girls get a better life, more girls get skills, and more girls get to embrace technical education.
For sure, we shall be so thankful, we shall be appreciative for anybody who will be there supporting this. We are sure that there are many Ugandans who are women or girls who are vulnerable. These are people who are, some of them, they lost their parents and they need support, but they don't have money. They need to be supported so that they can be able to have the skills. I wish you the best if you give us that help. Thank you so much.